This is Jobe Bellingham, the 17-year-old younger brother of Jude Bellingham, the superstar English midfielder who recently went to Real Madrid. And today, people, I'm going to make Jobe Bellingham better than Jude Bellingham. Now, this will be quite the challenge, considering Jobe Bellingham is currently a 62 overall in the game, and his brother Jude has an 86 overall. Today, people, I'm going to be taking control of Jobe Bellingham's career. I'm going to be training him up to get his overall flying, and hopefully with my amazing managerial skills, yes, it is me in the game, we will make Jobe Bellingham better than Jude. Now, the first thing on the agenda for us is we've got to try to get Birmingham City up into the Premier League. So I've gone ahead and made a couple of signings to this Birmingham City team, try to give it every chance of getting into the Prem. Will that first season of Jobe's career be a success? Will we succeed in making Jobe better than his brother? Let's get advancing with season 1 and find out. Well, first season with Birmingham actually went okay. They ended up in the top 6. They made the playoffs, but sadly, they lost in the semi-finals. I would have totally played the final had they made it. So Birmingham stay in the championship a little longer, but Jobe Bellingham went up to a 67. We do need to get his overall going quite quickly. He still makes a decent amount of appearances, to be fair, 45, but 7 goals, 1 assist. Well, it is what it is. Hopefully he'll get better. Shout out to Juninho Bakuna, who's absolutely carrying this team at the moment. To be fair, these first seasons, if we don't do anything crazy, I don't care. We just want to get his overall going as quick as possible. A couple more signings to the club, including that of Max Aarons, the English right back. And we've got the team looking almost all like 70 rated. Could this be the season we see Birmingham and Bellingham in the Premier League? And indeed, Birmingham are successful. At the second time of asking, we are up into the Premier League, not as champion, so no title yet. And Jobe Bellingham, it's almost like a joke, gets the exact same stats that he did last season, 7 goals and 1 assist, and he goes up by 4 only this time, not 5, but he's in the 7. Keep in mind, when Jude Bellingham was 19, he was 85 overall. In fact, Jude at the moment, 21 years of age, is 88 rated. We are going to need some time in order to catch up and surpass him. But Jobe Bellingham at last is finally in the Premier League. Let's see how he goes in his first season. And with a few more signings to help us in the Premier League, like that of Said Benrahma, we have a team now that's all 70 rated. Hopefully Bellingham keeps getting better, and maybe it could survive in the Prem. And I'll keep my eye out for any offers that do come Bellingham's way. But for now, let's see how this third season goes. The first season in the Premier League, it's a settler season. We get 39 points, finish 13th place. And Jobe Bellingham gets himself up 4 overall to 75, which is not bad, but again, at 20 years of age, I cannot stress, Jude Bellingham was selected by England and playing for Real Madrid. So we're still way off the mark here. 5 goals and only 2 assists as well is really not crazy big numbers, but again, maybe expected considering his rating and the league he's in. Meanwhile, over in Spain, his brother's winning league titles with Real Madrid, whereas Jobe has no titles whatsoever to his name yet, and like 19 goals and 4 assists in 3 years. We need to get moving, seriously. This guy's going to be a late bloomer, but hopefully it's worth it. And with a number of new signings into this team for the new season, I'm hopeful that maybe we'll be able to kick on a bit. Team is looking a bit more like a more solid Premier League squad. And as we advance on foot, I gotta be honest with you, I'm not getting a lot of offers for Jobe Bellingham. But let's be honest, up to this point, we can't be surprised. His career's not really been that much of a standout. We need a breakout season from him, hopefully this season. Come on, Jobe. Please let this be the season. Well, despite the improvements to the team, Birmingham City finishing 13th again. However, Jobe Bellingham is now up to 79, and he does it by getting 14 goals and 12 assists. By far the best player in the team this season. 1 away from an 80 overall, good numbers. We might finally see some interest in Jobe Bellingham. I think with Birmingham kind of stuck in 13th, it's the right time for Jobe to make the next step in his career. And at the start of season 5, the opening of the transfer window, we get an offer from Arsenal for Jobe Bellingham, worth 82.9 mil. We also got the offer from Atalanta, wasn't quite feeling it, but Bellingham does indeed sign for Arsenal. He's going to slot in at centre midfield with Odegaard up ahead of him. It's not a bad looking Arsenal squad. Will we continue to see Bellingham improve, and could we finally see him maybe win something as well? His brother Jude is still at Real Madrid and still 88 rated, so we only have like 10 overall left to go to finally surpass his brother. We had an amazing first season with Arsenal, but somehow it's not enough. Liverpool have gone and done an undefeated, invincible season and a Centurion season and got 106 points. How do you compete with that? And as if we are also facing them in the Champions League final. What a first bloody season. this could have been for Bellingham if Liverpool weren't this goated. Statistically, Bellingham has a pretty good, okay season. You know, 10 and 15, not too bad. That's basically almost what he got last season. He goes up to 83, so his overall is ticking. Saka, by far the GOAT of this side, he's not even going to play in the final. Can we take down this ridiculous Liverpool team in the final and immediately get him a Champions League? Jobe Bellingham just turned up to Arsenal and he might already have a Champions League title. Does that man, Jude Bellingham, actually have a trophy in him this early? Will he help get it for them? We're off and underway. Oh, brought down in the box and a penalty! Who's the designated penalty taker? I don't think it's going to be Jobe. Surely not. It's Gabriel Jesus. Look, let's just try to take the lead if possible, which we do! Arsenal taking the lead. Bellingham with a bit of involvement in the build-up. But let's go. We could be about to secure the first title. Is Jobe Bellingham about to beat Jude Bellingham to a Champions League? Oh, what an interception from Saliba. And now Gabriel Jesus. And will you chill, Alisson? Flooding it forward. Gabriel Jesus. Not a bad ball in here. Maybe the header is there. Alisson's on crack. I don't know what else to tell you. Last chance for Liverpool, and I think we might have stopped it. All that resistance from Alisson for nothing. Arsenal do win their first ever Champions League, the same season they signed that man. Christ, that goalkeeper performance was ridiculous, but Jobe Bellingham beats Jude Bellingham to that Champions League title. Trophy number 1 is in the books. The first trophy Jobe Bellingham ever wins, it's the Champions League. Well, there we bloody go, lads. We could have had an amazing season. We still win the Champions League. I'm happy about that. But it seems like we're finally at a team now with Jobe Bellingham where he can win basically everything on offer, continue to get better, and contribute. Now, as we went to start season 6, I got some very exciting news that Bellingham was indeed selected for his national team. And England have done so well, in fact, they've made the final to take on Germany, but in the cruelest twist of fate imaginable. Jobe Bellingham gets himself suspended for the final. We could have had both Bellingham brothers in the same English team in the final. Jobe gets suspended in the semis. Are you goddamn kidding me, Jobe? That would have been sick. For God's sakes, Jude's up to what, 89, so we have 5 overall, or technically 6 overall left to go to catch him. Jobe Bellingham, you're killing me here. Right then, well, will it be England or Germany that win this? Oh, without Jobe, England lose in the final to Germany. Wow, 3-1. The wait goes on. Maybe if Jobe had played and we had the Bellingham link-up, it could have gone different. But anyway, though, back to club football, and I am sure we could see the reigning European champions now in Arsenal. It's kind of mad saying that. I'm sure we'll see them and Bellingham continue to kick on and hopefully win another title or two. The career of Jobe Bellingham now very much in full swing. Will we get him to that 90 overall? Well, this time around, we finish above Liverpool. Sadly, 2 other teams finish above us. So only 3rd place, not going and winning that Premier League, that elusive Premier League. This season for Jobe is a complete outlier. He's only made 24 appearances, only added 4 goals to his total, 0 assists. I have no idea if he's been injured or God knows what's going on there, but Bellingham not delivering his $80 million tag, but at least he gets a bit closer. Bit of a Champions League winning hangover season for Arsenal and for Bellingham. I'm assuming he just got injured and missed a bit of game time. Hopefully a much cleaner season next time. All right, season 7, Jobe. You basically took off the last season. Let's rock up for this one. Now that is more like it. Arsenal on top of the Premier League table and by a mile. Look at that. Like nearly 30 points. Bloody look who's in 3rd place. Bloody Bellingham's former club, Birmingham City. What the hell is going on there? I don't know, but fair play, Birmingham. We got a huge gap up the middle. Bellingham is well and truly in here. Surely he'll get a goal to help seal the title. Yes, he will. Jobe Bellingham in the last game of the season. Last season was so lackluster. This season, it looks like he's winning big. Get in there, Jobe. 12 goals in the Premier League. That's definitely at least 3 times better than he did last season. Just a quiet goal, 1-0 win in this game to seal the title for Jobe Bellingham and Arsenal. It was the Champions League in his first season at Arsenal. Now Jobe Bellingham has a Premier League to go with it. And it looks like he's contributed pretty good as well with 16 goals and 13 assists. I mean, that's not too bad. And he's also at an 87 overall, so he is like that far away from being better than Jude Bellingham. He's trying to keep him at bay with his 89 overall, but I reckon a 90 overall is right around the corner. You know what else is right around the corner as well. Another Champions League final. This one's against PSG. Can Arsenal get that European Championship back and win it for the second time? Against PSG, this one at Wembley Stadium. He's in the middle there. To be fair, that's not a bad ball. Oh, it's a lovely ball. The young lad, Hideo, with the goal, the opener. Oh, that's a lovely ball. Bellingham's away again here. So clear away. Come on, mate. Slot it. Will do easily. Right on half-time, and Jobe Bellingham's got a Champions League final goal. That is huge going into the break. Oh, that's a lovely one. Jesus, put the seal on it, mate. Gabriel Jesus. I think it's going to be a second Champions League title. It is a comfortable demolition of PSG in the end, and Jobe Bellingham gets trophy number 3. 2 Champions League titles now, and we're only 2 overall away from matching his brother's overall. 87 overall for Jobe, 89 overall for Jude. I reckon in 2 seasons, maybe possibly even 1, we might be saying that Jobe Bellingham is better than Jude Bellingham. A brand new season, of course, the year is 2030, which, if you know, you know. It is another World Cup year. England have made it past the group stage. We've got Poland up next in the round of 16. And take a look at that midfield. Bellingham and Bellingham once again. Hopefully this time they can see out the whole thing together. They successfully get past Poland, only just by 1 goal. Looks like the next opponents are going to be Italy. They get the job done against Italy as well. And it's the Netherlands that stand between them and a final. And England do get it done, so they will be at yet another World Cup final. And it's a final against Portugal. Okay then. Can we actually see both the Bellingham brothers win a World Cup for England? Being led out by the older brother Jude, that is the prize. Imagine the scenes. Will Jobe have an impact in the final? We're kicked off. We're underway. Oh, that is such a good tackle from James. Oh my goodness. It could be an opening goal! England already in the lead in the opening 10. No involvement from the Bellinghams, but I'm sure they don't care. That's a nice ball there from Jobe to Jude! His brother gets the assist! And the captain puts him 2-0 up. His brother's got the goal. Can we get Jobe the goal? He's in. And no. Oh my God, Ramsdale. Thought it was right there to be stopped. How don't you? Bellingham. Away. Left side. Should be open. Will be open, and yes! Jobe Bellingham puts the seal on it! Surely the first pair of brothers that have ever scored in a World Cup final together. Maybe the first brothers ever to score at a World Cup together. Unbelievable. The Bellinghams have won a World Cup together. Now that is special. They may be in contest for this video, but this is a special moment for the brothers to share and for all of England. The job is not finished, but what a moment. Not just for Jobe, but for Jude, the captain. Looks like Jobe Bellingham's pretty decent World Cup performance already has him up to an 88 rating already. Is there a chance we could maybe see him surpass Jude by like the end of this season? Let's find on out together, ladies and gentlemen. Could this be the last season? Will we finally see him hit a 90 overall? At the end of this season, it's Arsenal again, well on top in the Prem, nearly invincible again, just 1 loss. And like it was written in the stars, Arsenal and Real Madrid have a Champions League final against one another. Jobe Bellingham's club facing Jude Bellingham's club. However, I must regrettably inform you, Bellingham's got himself suspended for the goddamn final, just like he did for the World Cup final. Half the Arsenal team's going to be out the game as well. What is this bullcrap? Unbelievable. Jude Bellingham is still an 89 overall, so depending on what Jobe Bellingham's overall is, we may have completed this. And we have completed this! Jobe Bellingham goes up another 3 overall. He hits the 90 overall. He surpasses his brother. And he does it with 18 goals and 20 assists in a season. That's probably his best season so far. While being a Premier League winner, a World Cup winner, and a 2, maybe even 3 time Champions League winner. Let's find out. Not quite. Hey, that's still 1 more Champions League than his brothers managed. I'm calling it here, people. We've done it. We have made Jobe Bellingham better than his brother Jude Bellingham. If you have indeed enjoyed, be sure to like and subscribe. Plenty more videos coming around the corner. EA Sports FC right around the corner. Till next time, have a good one, and bye-bye.